I gotta tell you, I'm really enjoying just how the market is handling quarter century bonanza right now, along with everything else that's kind of been happening. Make sure you guys smash the living crap out of that subscribe button so you guys don't miss out on more. Comment down below. Want to be wild with the booster pack? As per usual, we do this every market watch. It is super easy. Just tell me what you guys want to see in the market, or tell me how you guys are feeling. So, short little TLDR to start here. The market has been actually enjoying the random slots of things we've been seeing slotted into quarter century bonanza. I don't have much to talk about today in wake of that, but seeing Gores, seeing Dark and Dragon yesterday were all very, very, very good things. And of course, community is losing their minds over here about Clockwork Night getting a searcher out here. It's so funny that this card has, propelled up to so many different levels of insanity today. Like, the card actually is topped at about $23 to $27. I don't think I would be spending $30 on this thing right now. Konami's probably going to reprint this. Like, let's call it what it is. Like, this was from a Battles of Legends set, Crystal Revenge. It very much, more than likely, is going to get a reprint out here in some sort of form. So don't go tossing all of your eggs at this card yet. All right, be very, very patient. We've been saying that for the last upteen time that this card's been out. I am happy to see, though, that we are getting, as much love as we are for Clockwork Night. Like, this card is really, really cool. Then we have Rulkallos out here. Now, Tear's not exactly going through the greatest renaissance of its life out here, but it's enough that I know that people have kind of returned back to the deck going, hey, this is a fun option to play. And yeah, Tear is very, very fun to play. This card has actually propulsioned off quite nicely out here. But you are still settling at about $9 right now per copy of Rulkallos, which is really funny because the top one here is a $19 card. So, most of your sales data here, you have 30 listings from what I saw. 10, somebody did buy a 19, a 15er, but you got a decent spread of these currently on the market with 30 listings. I can't imagine things being too terribly imbalanced out here for this. And eventually we will see value dissipate for this, but things will take some time for that to happen. Dominus Impulse. So the worst thing has actually happened to this card recently. You have 11 listings right now, and you've hit $75 Dominus Impulse. I know people want this card to go down, but this card, it's actually funny because Fulawas has been, pushing down. Meanwhile, Impulse has been scootalooing on up to the top. And the thing is, if you still bought these at their dip down here, you paid $40 a piece for these. You did good. You've more than doubled your money in terms of this. You turned, 120 into 240 nearly. And that doesn't happen all that much in this game. But this is one of those cases of this card's value in the competitive scene has been started to be realized. Yeah, who gives a crap if I get locked out of Light, Earth, and Wind? I'm playing Dark mainly anyway for, the super high-end competitive side of the meta. What do I care? Everything I need this card to do isn't going to hurt me whatsoever. So that's what we're seeing right now, and I gotta tell you, it's interesting. Ooh, the Mekk-Knight, the super expensive. So $15 per copy of this thing right now. I gotta tell you, man, Mekk-Knight stuff is very, very, very sought after right now. You would be surprised. Oh, yeah, it's just kidding. You don't even have to buy the higher rarity thing. You could spend 50 cents to get ultras. Why am I spending $45+ out here when I can buy the low rarity that honestly kind of looks about as good as the old secret rare does for $1.50 to $45? I gotta tell you, I love the decisions that this community makes in the things that they look at in terms of their higher rarity things. Now, if you had these from back in the day, congratulations. You were an Orcus main, you're still playing what you loved. We're back on the Ancient Fairy Dragon, I guess, discussion right now. I don't know why people seem to just freak out when they look at this card. They're like, AFD's got 23 listings, Robbie. It's going to the moon. We've looked at AFD. This has not changed in the last couple of weeks. It's been the same story, and it's not changing, everybody. Like, I'm sorry to tell you this. It's still a $20 card. All right? Go pick up your Ghoster. Go pick up your Alties. I consider those almost higher rarities than the quarter century. Antihuman Intelligence, Messiah. For those of you that don't pay attention to this card, this king is $16 right now. And you've had two sell, one for 15, one for 17. And that was basically, I mean, what, you can remove this card in your hand and add another Pendulum monster from your deck or one card from your Pendulum zone to its owner's extra deck face up. Maybe do a special summon this card, blah, blah, blah. And any card sent to the graveyard is banished instead, except for monsters. You know, there's got to be a time that this floodgate is going to be relevant, and every person is going to shit their pants because they didn't pick this up. And I'm waiting for the day that that actually happens, but I do fully assure that Konami will probably do a reprint on this. Arias, the Labrynth Butler, quarter century. This is actually kind of interesting because I see the dip down here, but the problem here is we're dipping up. We're going from 83 on up to 100, on up to 150. And the problem is there's only 7 listings of this card right now on the market. You're going to be at $90 here relatively soon. I'm happy to see that people are returning back to Labrynth, and they're happy to see Lab actually doing well. But this is one of those cases that you're watching this card bounce back and forth, and people are really just kind of maybe just misplacing their value in this. I don't know. We'll have to wait and see, but this is interesting. Aromaseraphy Jasmine. Why does this card have 6 listings? The plant hype should have calmed down with the last explosion of, oh, this didn't really work out stuff. So I guess we're at this phase now that we've returned back to looking at this as an option. I don't know. Like, I get we're throwing our money at the computer screen out here trying to get something to stick out here in the quarter century department, but you know, still $50, $60 on up to, I love the $100 listing here. Like, I'm not going to spend $100. I also see, oh boy, I also see another quarter century disappearing down here. Ragnaraika the Evil Seed. We have 11 listings for this thing. I love the extreme dip down there. How does 0 items sell at $0? But yeah, these are heading on up to $30 with 11 listings. This is the curse of QCRs, I feel like. Like, these cards just fluctuate so much. Dante, 14 listings. Now, this one's recovered a little bit. I gotta say that. I'm happy to see Dante, you know, sure, $47, $50 on up to 60. There was a time that this was a lot worse on the market, but it definitely has recovered. Diabellstar. Holy moly. So we have an ultimate rare to contend to now with. Oh my gosh, there are 6 listings of this thing. Yeah, 6 listings at $155. Yeah, we're ramping up to $185, almost up to $200. Whew. Wow, I guess people really wanted their Diabellstar cards in order to, like, play this deck. That's kind of insane. Goblin Biker. Dugg Charger. We are at 13 listings. $37, $40, $44. I can't believe a Dugg Charger is actually trying to be worth money right now. Like, this card, for so long, was hardly doing anything out here. And we're just back at the point now that you're looking at this and you're like, yeah, I know my boy Dugg. Yeah, he's having a fantastic time out here. Yeah, it is, but I don't know, man. I can't imagine wanting to spend a huge amount of money just to get some goblins out here. And Fabled Raven. This one, you know, we still have, these are $9 a piece, by the way, for Dreadbun Limbs. And of course, you can get the dual terminals for $1.30. Yeah, right, from DT7. And then, of course, every other version underneath the sun is literally worth nothing. But, you know, I gotta tell you, I'm kind of impressed with today's market. It's an interesting place, to say the least. But leave a comment down below, tell me what you guys think. Remember, I expect way more insanity to continue to ensue out here with this. We're just kind of beginning, and, you know, I hope that things get a little bit more interesting as we kind of head on into the winter season here. You guys have a good rest of your day, all right? Peace. Patrons, thank you.
Thank you so much for watching. Check out these other videos.